Still good morning, Padraig. Early start, loads of swishes in the first tee, and you got the tee shot away, which you were nervous about. But how would you reflect on what was an interesting day on the links?
Yeah, look, I hyped up the tee shot as much as I could so that when I got there today, it didn't feel so bad. So I was decently comfortable when I got in the tee. Obviously, didn't try for too much, hit a nice smooth 3-iron down there, held the finish, posed a bit, and I got a little emotional when I was clapped on. And then I calmed down and was kind of fine when I was hitting it. So, obviously, after that, I don't know. Through the start, maybe there was a little bit of hype in it that the 3-putt and 3 and 4 I just struggled. 3 puts in the first 7 holes or whatever. It just kills you when you're always thinking about your pace as you're standing over the ball. You're always questioning your lines. It was a tough day on the greens, and it just ate into my game. Might have been a little bit of the fact that I was hyped up for the first tee box. Who knows? But certainly felt like I played better, could have played better, should have played better, scored better. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with my putting, and I had a horrible day on the greens. So, it's one of those things. That's the nature of the game, links golf. I'd love to be, I'd love to be a bit better, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
At 10-7 this morning, you got a cheer with your birdie in the first because you had a great approach shot, hold the 15-footer or thereabouts, and walking off that green, it was just it was magical. The whole atmosphere.
Yeah, I came off the range about 20 minutes before my tee time, and I could see the grandstand, and it was empty. I was going, I thought this was going to be full, and obviously we have to go up and over, and as I came up and over, I could see the people who were queuing for a long line to get into it. They hadn't let anybody in, so by the time we got there, the grandstand was full, the first fairway was full, the first green was full. So yeah, hitting that second 3-iron into 15, 18 feet, holding the putt was a serious buzz. It was very exciting, and the crowds, as I said, the crowds were spectacular at that hour of the morning. It was really great. I think it was a nice partnership, as I said. Myself and Tom, obviously Tom bringing in the locals as well. So it was a good group to start off the day.
Just finally for me, obviously the middle part of the round didn't go so well. You had the double bogey in 10, but you held it together well in what aren't perfect conditions out there in the last 8 holes. Where do you think you are with 75 in terms of making the weekend at the very least?
I don't know. As I said, I played better than that. The 3 puts and then the innocuous. I just thought I hit it in the right rough with my tee shot in 10, and it was a lost ball. Never even crossed my mind that it was a lost ball. That was kind of hard to take. But I didn't. The problem after that was I still didn't hold a putt. I just couldn't get. I had a short putt in that hole for bogey after losing the ball, and I just couldn't. Breathing with the green, you're second guessing yourself, when you're day, and especially second guessing the pace as well. So it was never really. I didn't hit a bad putt today, put it like that, and yet, I didn't hit a good one either, did I?
You did, on one. When was the last time you had an emotional reaction like that on a golf course, or felt maybe a tear maybe welling up a little bit?
Usually when I'm watching a movie in an airplane.
Right, not in the golf course.
Everybody not well up on airplanes. Yeah. I think airplanes do that to me. Yeah.
Get that.
Yeah. Could be a comedy or something like that. Yeah. It doesn't have to be that serious.
But on a golf course.
I don't think no, I wouldn't say I get too emotional. Not like that. No. It was definitely. It felt like they were there for me, giving me a clap. Yeah, it was. Oh, I expected the nerves. I didn't expect that. Yeah. So I did have to adjust myself for that.
Yeah.
Not for the. Yeah, it was very special, I've got to say, and it's a great honour to do it, as I said, and I really hate the idea of being ceremonial, but I was prepared to take that to do it because it was here, and I'm glad I did.
No second thoughts about maybe the driver.
There was plenty of second thoughts. Why did I say yes? Because of the tee shot. There's got to be easier ones. It was a lot easier yesterday downwind. I probably hit in my warm up, I probably hit 33 irons, 43 irons in my warm up.
Yeah.
I hit every time I hit a club, I went back and hit the 3-iron, and I kept saying, okay, the wind is there. Kept practicing the shot. So I'd hit that shot a lot before I had to do it in the actual tournament.
Just, I know you're 55 or 54 next month. Is it 54?
I'm 53
Yeah.
right now.
Do you look at the other lads, younger lads like that, with a bit of envy sometimes?
No.
The way that
No.
the water office.
No, not a bit. No, I'd no envy of any of the good play of the young guys, the way the game has gone, the money in the game, nothing like that. I did exceptionally well, and the guys before me would have had, I've done better than them, and it's just the natural way it goes. I still try and fight it. I still try and play hard, work hard. My good shots are every bit as good as everybody else's good shots. I know I didn't have a good day in the greens, but I was very calm and put it nicely on the. There's no tension there, so yeah, I don't see why I can't play great golf, and I enjoy doing it. That's the beauty of it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Be up there with one of your top open moments that first hole today. I know.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, 100%. I don't think you can. You certainly wouldn't start your career off expecting anything like that. It's not something you think, oh, this is something I'd like to do in my career, and it's certainly something. It wasn't out of the blue. It was out of the blue when I was asked this year, but it's not out of the blue if you were thinking about it. But I wouldn't. I'm glad I did it now. Put it like this, and maybe I might get to do it again.
With it being so special, did you have family here, Padraig, for it, or?
Just my son was here. That he was the only one who managed. I had a few other friends with me, obviously, and things like that. But no, just one son, which is one is enough, I suppose. But it was just a nice, special moment.
Yeah, I know you talked about family after winning the US Senior Open and going
different
for a burger.
different son was at the US Open.
Yeah, did you take this son for a burger during the week then?
No, I've been trying to. He's been going out today, whatever is on at night, and I've been the one going to bed at 9 o'clock at night or 9:30 at night, trying to get acclimatized. I don't know what I'm going to do for tomorrow. I even shaved last night, to save myself the extra 5 minutes this morning.
What time was the alarm today?
4 o'clock.
4.
He
Doesn't look at social media.
Follow me on social media.
Sorry, I'm just going to give a quick word on the crowds out there because they were.
They're fantastic. They really are. They're just fabulous, and lots of kids. Lots of kids, I've got to say. So it really is there's a great atmosphere out there, and to be honest, lots of people I know. Anytime you look up, you see a face. Oh yeah. That's most of the time. Ronan says, that's so and so. Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of people. Yeah. It's that's the beauty of playing at home here. It's been great, and as I said, I think everybody seems to be enjoying it.
Corey, at one stage, Lee Westwood and Phil Mickelson were on the top of the leaderboard.
Are they not still?
Well, Lee is still up there. He's 3 under, but you must have thought, is this 2025?
Look, I think, and it is an interesting one because obviously the age limit has changed to 55, but we are getting younger at that stage. The older golfers are much more capable now. When I started off, I had a trainer and a physio from '98. Once the money came into the game, what happens is you get a bigger team around you. So I think I've been training and physio like full time for what's that, close to 27 years now or something like that. So that's why players are extending their careers. It's not just that they're more professional, it's the fact that they have more of an opportunity to, and you only have to go into, if you do get, not that you will get a look, but you have to go in and look at the player facilities this week. There's ice baths and saunas and all sorts of things. I was in the ice bath yesterday. This is what, so the game you can extend longer. It's just the mental side of it, the ability to not burn out, the ability to, if you go to the Champions Tour, it's amazing. You can see loads of good golf, but every single person's carrying some affliction. There's something going on with everybody. So you know, if you can battle through that, and I think what happens sometimes is people on a given week can do it. So you know, so yeah, older players are definitely more capable than they would have been. And we don't, I think older players as well don't have as much of a, you know, I certainly remember watching Christie Senior, and he was very capable, but I'm sure he thought that he wasn't meant to do it, whereas I don't think we think like that anymore.
Is the mental side of the is the mental side of the game for you then now becoming the big aspect of it all?
Yeah, you would have to think so. It was always was, but you know, as I said, there's no physical barrier for me hitting shots and competing. So if I don't play as well now as I played back in the day, it has to be a mental thing, a confidence thing. And the game has changed very slightly. The game is from back in my day to now, the game has moved very much towards how many fairways and greens you can hit. Can you hit it in the middle of the green to 20 feet? Probably my worst skills have always been trying to play safe, and 20 footers have never been my forte. I've always been the guy chipping and putting, and you're not just, the pins are so tight, you're just not chipping and putting anything from the wrong place. So I think the game style might have changed a bit. At least I'm holding out hope that that's why I'm not winning every week. It's just moved on, but you know, outside of that, it's probably a mental thing and a, you know, competitive. You know, we're all pretty competitive. You get up for these weeks, so maybe not that.
You had the ball on the first tee sitting there for about 3 minutes. Was that by design? It was a long time to have the ball teed up.
Didn't even, no, I teed my ball up early, yeah. You have to always tee it up, just go and take a couple of swishes and hit it, so yeah, you tee it up. Yeah, I wouldn't even, yeah, I think that would be a regular occurrence on the first, unless it was raining. Then I tee it up without the ball, and just put the ball down, and yeah, do the exact opposite.
Down there for
But
Dan.
the tee goes in early.
Thanks, Padraig. Cheers. Thank you.